Happy New Year, Southwest Arkansas, and welcome back to Southwest Arkansas Weather here on January the 1st, 2026. Taking a look at your evening weather blog. If you hear me say 2025 a few times this month, don't think anything of it. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to 2026. But jumping into the 6-day forecast in this evening's weather blog, we're going to talk a little bit about in this weather blog the 6-day forecast, of course, and what could be possible for the extended future with that, and what we could possibly see moving forward. I do think we are getting closer to maybe having some actual rain chances, better rain chances, and maybe some cooler air. How cold? Still too early to tell. But we're watching around the 10th time frame, 9th, 10th time frame. But we're going to talk about that after we go over the 6-day forecast and talk about what's in store for your overnight time frame tonight on Thursday night. So first, starting off with the area-wide 6-day forecast. On Friday, highs, so you're going to have a big range on Friday for your highs. You're going to have highs in the 60s across northern portions of the coverage area. Further south in the 70s, nearing 76 degrees. 20% chance of some showers and rainfall, mainly over northern portions of the coverage area, mainly Friday morning, and then those decrease in cloud cover should decrease some throughout the day. Same thing into Saturday as well, with cloud cover decreasing. Highs, though, going to be a little cooler in the 60s and a few upper 50s as well, with overnight lows in the 30s and 40s. Sunday, mostly sunny skies, highs around 60 once again, with overnight lows in the 30s there and a few 40s possible there as well. Monday, we start to make a run towards 70 degrees possibly there, with highs nearing the mid to upper 60s and nearing 70 degrees, with overnight lows around 50 degrees there as well, with mostly sunny skies on Monday. Partly cloudy skies do return, though, for Tuesday and Wednesday does currently have a small 10% chance of rainfall. Both days on those days we're gonna reach the 70s again, and potentially in the mid 70s on both of those days, with overnight lows in the 40s and 50s throughout that time frame. So that's just a quick look at the 6-day forecast. I mean, dry conditions continue, some smaller rain chances, but nothing really major in terms of those rain chances to make a big impact at this current time on the drought monitor and wildfire danger. Now, once again, we do have some small rain chances. This is the HRRR model, and this is just one run. So remember, this isn't going to be perfect, but to get the general idea from this is very light rainfall will be a possibility overnight tonight, as you can see there around 9 p.m. There's 12 a.m., and then overnight around 3 a.m., and some more rain chances there as you start your day on Friday on the 2nd. And then those rain chances, by the time we really get the day going, should move out of southwest Arkansas, but they'll continue to be over northern Arkansas throughout tomorrow. And if we take a look at our total precip, or what this is wanting to pick up on is total potential accumulation with this, it's not even picking up on a whole lot of areas that had those showers, but you can see less than a tenth of an inch of rainfall, maybe just a little bit at most in that. It's not going to be a major impact or make a major impact in our severe weather, or not severe weather chances, our drought conditions and stuff of that nature. So that's really the story with that. Now, as we jump in here to the newest or into the data here, we're going to take a look at a few things. This is going to be the European ensemble and the GFS ensemble, and what we're going to take a look at is at 500 millibar level heights. Remember, that's about 18,000 feet up into the atmosphere. This just helps us get a general understanding on our overall weather pattern. Could we see, like right now, we've been mainly under the influence here earlier today and yesterday, in just right on the edge of this influence of this ridge of high pressure in a way, or really this ridge, and you can see this here with these bars and wind barbs going, pretty much making a upside down U shape. Well, if we take a look at this, our system that's coming in, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a dip right there. That's our system that's moving in through today, just a very weak system coming through there, and that moves through for your day through this weekend, which is going to help us with that cloud cover, some small rain chances. But throughout the early half of next week, you can kind of see maybe some more ridge in there and some more flow, or maybe some more zonal flow in a way close to that, but still kind of out of the northwest on the flow throughout the northern half of the week. But as we start to go towards this Wednesday time frame and the end of the 6-day forecast, look what happens here. As we go into Thursday, you kind of start to see this shift. This don't necessarily look at these colors, but look at these wind barbs. You kind of see them pointing out of the southwest. What that means is that's just usually an active storm pattern. So that could help us with some storm chances or rainfall chances in a way as we go into that. And as you can see here, as we go into that 9th and 10th time frame, you can see that even better. Those winds out of the southwest, that's more of a little bit of an active storm or weather pattern for us here in Arkansas. And you can kind of see this dip, that little dip in the jet stream there with those, overall in the pressure gradients there, that trough-like look to it in a way with that ridge over the western part of the country as we go there through Saturday. So that's just something that we're watching, I should say. It's still, like we said, still early, still a week away, and we're going to have a lot of time to iron out details. Here's the other ensemble. This is the GFS ensemble, and it shows you pretty much the same similar scenario. Here's as we go into Friday, that system coming through into this weekend. Weak system, not going to bring us a whole lot, maybe some clouds. Kind of can see some of that ridging, but as we start to head towards the end of next week, you can notice a little bit more of that southwesterly flow as we go towards the end of next week, that 7th through 10th time frame. That kind of, once again, shows you the possibility maybe of just having some, and this sticks around there for a bit. So I think that this time frame, if this continues to be the case, is going to be our chances for some actual really good chances of rain. We'll see with it. It's still early to iron out the exact details and how cool we'll get, all this stuff. Right now, this is what you look for. You look for these patterns and stuff like this where you can kind of see this southwest flow here. Southwest flow, usually, not necessarily the colors of the wind here or the colors on the map and that, but just the wind flow there out of the southwest usually is a good indicator that, hey, that's an active weather pattern for us usually. So that's just an idea there that's just a little extra tool there with that, and that continues through that time frame and through that upcoming weekend. But like we said, that's very early. We have to see what could be a possibility with that. And if we take a look at the actual operational models, they do show some rain chance possibilities for that time frame. If we dive down into the south or into our region and take a look at precipitation chances, don't necessarily look at the chances of like snow or anything like that with these blues here. Just pay attention to the rainfall chances, and you can see coming into this weekend or coming into Friday, some small rain chances. GFS tries to keep that mainly north of our area. That system moves out, and as we go throughout this upcoming week, it's going to be dry, and then you kind of start to see those rain chances creep in with that southwesterly flow there on Wednesday, and then Thursday, possibly some better rain chances. All I'm getting at with this is maybe some better organized rain chances through that 10th time frame. Will we have severe weather? Will we have, what will we have? That's the details. It's got to be ironed out. But you can just get the general idea there through that little period. That looks to be a little bit of an active period or active time frame. And here's the European model, which shows that similar scenario for today. Some small rain chances, very light overnight tonight. Dry conditions throughout the first half of next week, and kind of bringing those rain chances in around that 8th time frame, the end of next week, and that keeps those rain chances around there through that weekend. So that's just a quick little overview of that. Like we said, though, still very early. Got to iron out a lot of the details with that, and we will continue to do so, as always, with that. But that's all we have for the evening weather blog today. I want to say big thanks, as always, to all of our sponsors: Patterson's Credit Union, Southern Dumpster Rental, Landmark Insurance Agency, Palmer's Roofing, and J&S Auto Supply Bumper to Bumper. Make sure to check them all out over on Facebook, and check us out over on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And if you like what you see here on YouTube and you're not subscribed, with 65% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified and hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime we upload a video. And as always, if you like what you see here, hit that like button and have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.